You know what? I was going to wait until after Russ broke the all-time record for triple doubles in a career, but after that Indiana game, I have to talk about it right now. So obviously Russ ties Oscar Robertson with the most triple doubles ever, and obviously no one ever even thought about that record being touched anytime soon. And Russell Westbrook not only is about to break this record, but he's about to shatter this record because he still has a ways to go. Obviously, he's not anywhere near washed. So in 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, Russ is going to be running away with that triple-double record. And I don't think there's anyone going to catch him because there's no one that really plays with the motor, with the drive, with the determination that he does. Every single game, every single possession, we'll never see anything like that again. We'll never see another Russell Westbrook. At least I don't think. Russell Westbrook is a one-of-a-kind player. Combining that drive, determination, and will to win with the athleticism that he has, and obviously the talent that he has, it's unmatched. It's unmatched. We've never seen it in NBA history, and we probably won't ever see it ever again. Especially from the point guard position. That is what makes all of this stuff so damn impressive in my opinion. Sorry if I'm gonna go a little all over the place with this video, but I just want to just pay my appreciations, pay my respect to Russell Westbrook. I always do, but he is my favorite player of all time, man. I'm sorry, but he is, man. There'll never be another Russell Westbrook. And you can say whatever you want about Russell Westbrook. He's not a winner. He's not a team player. He's too hard-headed. He can't shoot. You can say all those things. But if you're going to say all those things, also say this, that Russell Westbrook is a legend. Because he is. He's a legend. He's one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball. And, you can say top 40, top 50, whatever the case may be. He's one of the best players to ever touch a basketball. And winning a ring will obviously elevate him up the standings in terms of the all-time greatest players. But he's already among one of the all-time greats. He's one of the best players in this generation. He's the second best point guard in this generation. Of course he's a legend. Of course he's one of the greatest players who ever did it. And let's just talk about this season a little bit for a second. Let's talk about that particular game against the Pacers. Speaking of the Pacers, Russell Westbrook is the owner of the Indiana Pacers as far as I'm concerned, because in 3 games this year, he's had some of the most historical games ever. Literally, he has some of the most historical games you will ever see against the Indiana Pacers this season. The first one was It was the 35, 21, and 14 stat line. Ridiculous. He hit 2 big-time threes in that game, 2 back-to-back threes from each corner, and it was ridiculous. The second game, which was earlier this week, which was, I think he scored 11 points on, I think he scored 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting from the field with 24 assists and 21 rebounds. What? Where do you ever see that? The 2020 game has only been done 3 times in NBA history. Guess what? Russ has 2 of those 3 occasions. And of course today, 35 points, 19 rebounds, and I think 14 assists. Obviously the game-winning free throws and the game-winning block on Karis LeVert, and obviously ties Oscar Robertson for the all-time record. For the season, Russell Westbrook is averaging 27 points, 20 assists, I think it's 17 or 18 rebounds against the Pacers, just against the Pacers this season, on 50% shooting from the field and 50% from 3, and obviously with a 3-0 record. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. There's no way you can tell me that Russ's numbers do not translate to winning. Russ's numbers do not translate to team success, whatever you want to say, because obviously it does. And yes, Russ has had his own playoff struggles. It's well documented. He has struggled in playoff situations, but for the most part, man, this guy is a plus player in winning, in terms of winning. There's nothing else you can say about this guy. Now, the Wizards are now 9th place in the Eastern Conference, which really isn't anything, going from 10 to 9, because you would still have to play 2 games. You would still have to win 2 games in this play-in scenario, in this play-in tournament. So going from 10 to 9 doesn't do a big difference, but going from 9 to 8 will be a very big difference, because we would have 2 opportunities to win only 1 game if we were the 8th seed and jumped the Hornets. So I'm really hoping for the Hornets to go on a little bit of a slide here to end the season. I think the Wizards are a game or a game and a half behind the Hornets, if my memory serves me right. I'm not worried about getting the 10th spot anymore. We 3-0 swept Indiana. They're going to be the 10th seed. We're going to be at least the 9th seed. I'm trying to creep back up to 8. If we crept up to 8, that'd be great. We probably would play, I would guess, the Celtics, because they've had such an up and down season. But we could also play the Miami Heat. I don't like our chances too much in either of those games, but I still think we can make it out the play-in tournament, make it into the actual playoffs. And once we make it to the playoffs, I mean, who knows what's going to happen. I'm not saying that the Wizards are going to upset the Nets or anything like that, but if we get into the playoffs and let's say we potentially face the Bucks in a series, who knows? Having a guy like Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, having a backcourt like that, having a dynamic backcourt like that in the playoffs, I don't think any team wants to play. I don't really care who. I don't care which team it is, man. Maybe besides the Nets, if all 3 of their big 3 is there with KD, Harden, and Kyrie. If all 3 are there and they're healthy, no one's touching them at all. But almost any other team in the East, I think the Wizards could have a decent chance of potentially winning that series, or at least pushing the series 6-7 games, giving that team a scare. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see, man. I think the Wizards have had the 2nd best record since the beginning of April. I think number 1 belongs to the Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks, by the way. But Russell Westbrook, man, ridiculous. Shout out to Bradley Beal, by the way. I give him a lot of grief for not being clutch, not coming up in big-time moments, but he did show up in big-time moments in this Indiana game. He dropped 50. Before he got injured, yeah, he was playing really, really well. He hit some clutch shots. I just want to give him credit. Hopefully he's healthy and good to go, because got to finish the season strong, man. Yeah, but theme of this video, just respect Russell Westbrook and his greatness. He is a legend, and we're watching him, maybe not in his prime, but very damn close to it. This is Jimmy from Just the Facts, and I'm signing out. Peace.